It's fascinating. And with robotics advancing so rapidly, what do you think are some of the challenges the companies face when adapting these technologies? And how does AMRC help them overcome these obstacles? Because you mentioned that you work as well with private companies, big corporations.
Yeah, so I think one of the biggest challenges is the actual adoption of robotics. I'm going to repeat this a lot, but actually implementing these robots, it's quite complicated, and sometimes it requires quite a lot of big initial investment, which scares off especially the smaller companies. Especially the small companies are the ones that struggle the most with sort of automation and introduction of robotics, but in a way that the ones that need this the most. I think a couple of months ago I presented at a conference where we were talking about the work that we do with SME. And SME are the core of the UK economy. 99.9% of the businesses in the UK are actually SME, so small and medium enterprises. So we sort of pay a lot of attention to sort of these small companies. The way we help them is we've got a few schemes that are also supported by the government that sort of help us help this small company with adoption of robotics. One example of one of the activities that we do is the 5-day assist, where we provide small companies with 5 days of free work, where we can just meet with the company and provide a personalized sort of assistance or personalized help on mostly to understand what the needs are, because each company, especially when it comes to SME, it's specific and they've got their own need, their own strategy. So we spend those 5 days to understand the company, understand the people, understand their needs, and then also understand how we can help them introduce this new technology in the market. And I'd say, yeah, that's one of the main sort of issues that companies at the moment have, this big hurdle of actually introducing robotics and automation from scratch, starting from scratch.
Yeah, I can imagine. And speaking of collaboration, events like CWIEME are platforms where industry leaders, researchers, and innovators come together. We had the pleasure of having you presenting in Berlin in the past. How important are these platforms for an organization as AMRC?
Yeah, I think they're quite crucial. And it's something that's quite important to the MRC. Events like this are very important to the MRC, and for several reasons. The first one is networking, obviously. And that's how we met, and that's how we stay in contact. That's all these people who sort of try to go to these events. There are people that are, first of all, experts in the field, or people that want to learn. And there's always like thriving community, and the more people you know, the better it is, both for your company, but also for your personal growth. But also these events are very important because that's where research happens, and it's important to see and look around and see what the people are doing and what you can learn from them, but also how you can help them. And I think, especially in this day and age, in order for anyone to stay relevant, it's important to have that sense of community and collaborating with people, because you can't really survive in silos. So you need to make sure that you've got more of a global approach to when it comes to solving any issues and innovating and creating new things.
Yeah, definitely. And at CWIEME, we have launched dedicated programs to bridge the talent gap, like future engineers, and to raise awareness and support the industry efforts to create a more diverse workplace. What advice would you give to students and young professionals who want to pursue a career in this field?
There's, yes, the future sort of workforce is crucial. And I might have mentioned before that we've got a big gap, even when it comes to 2035. There's a gap of, like, I think, over 80 million people, of specifically engineers that are missing. And obviously, what's important is not obviously, the future generation, but also it's important for the current workforce to stay trained, because the future generation alone won't be able to solve the issues. So we need to constantly be training and learning new technology. But when it comes to the sort of new generation or future generation, my first sort of advice is to never stop and try and get your hands dirty as soon as you can, especially when it comes to robotics. The starting obviously is tremendously important, but it will get you only like not that far if you only stay on the books. You need to start building something. You need to start
to the real world.
Yeah, exactly. And even go to conferences, go to speak to people, meet people, learn. We've got a plethora of materials online, like YouTube channels where people teach you how to build your own first robot, very simple robot. Start doing that. Get your hands, break things, because that's how you learn. And trust me, it's gonna happen, and you're gonna break things. But that's the thing they're gonna remember, and then you're never gonna make that mistake again.
Yeah, definitely. It's really inspiring. Well, thank you, Gianmarco, for sharing your journey and insights with us today. I'm looking forward to seeing how your research projects evolve and about the future of robotics and all the possibilities it holds for the industry.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. It was really a pleasure being here. Thank
you, everyone, for watching us. I'm looking forward to seeing you all at CWIEME Berlin 2025 from the 3rd to the 5th of June.